Well, state officials admit they could have done a better job repairing the roads you drive on each and every day. It's why TDOT's come up with a plan to reduce potholes and road deterioration. Today, they detailed their plan. Investigative reporter Carice Jackman has been covering the pothole issues many drivers have seen all winter long. And Carice, this is something people really want to hear about.
Absolutely, Marius. And if you notice the roads were terrible this year more than the past, TDOT says it's a combination of a few things. An extremely wet and snowy winter, plus the roads being in desperate need of resurfacing. No matter what the reason was, drivers we spoke with today say they hope the repairs happen and fast.
The roads have been awful.
Every time Nadine Rigsby gets on the road, she's trying to avoid large thuds and an accident.
It's like this way to dodge a pothole and this way to dodge the traffic.
And if she does hit a pothole, she knows it.
I've been through probably about 4 or 5 tires because of it. I mean, you're doing 70 or 80 miles an hour and you hit a pothole like that big, it's going to do some damage.
In recent months, Nadine's noticed a dramatic change in how bumpy our highways are, especially on Briley Parkway.
You see people out there try to fix it, and then 2 weeks later, it's the same thing.
Clearly, we waited too long to resurface certain projects.
It's a problem TDOT acknowledged today.
We would all agree that this winter has been especially bad, and we all agree that our pavement performance was unacceptable in certain places.
To correct it, TDOT's announced a new enhanced resurfacing program. TDOT says after a statewide analysis, they've determined these locations across Middle Tennessee won't make it through another winter like we had this past year. It's why they're making it their mission to resurface them as quickly as possible.
The pavements will be a whole lot stickier, and we believe they'll be able to respond a whole lot better to the freeze-thaw cycle that we saw this year.
I want to be very clear. Potholes will continue. They're always going to be part of pavements. But what we're trying to do is make a preemptive move to circumvent problems that we had, such as Briley Parkway and I-40 in Smith County.
Do you think it was a long time coming that they needed to fix these roads?
Definitely, definitely. And I think, people that have damaged their cars because of the road, being broke or destroyed, I think maybe something should be done with that as well.
Nadine brings up a concern we've heard before.
I think it's totally unfair and ridiculous that the way it's set up.
News 4 Investigates reported back in March how only 1% of people actually receive money after filing a negligence claim against the state. We asked TDOT about this today. Does TDOT have a plan in place to make sure that when people file a claim, when they need to get information to fight the state, that is accessible to them and readily accessible to them?
Yes, so you're probably aware that legislation was passed this year forcing TDOT and the Treasury to actually work more in tandem. We are meeting with them every month.
Yeah, any message you give to people who feel that they're not pleased with how you guys have handled things?
Well, all I can say is that we're trying to get better. And so, at this point, there has not been a single claim that has come to TDOT that we have not had information on, that we've not given back to the Treasury.
It's good news Nadine likes to hear, but she's still pretty skeptical.
Well, I hope they do more than talk. I hope they put something in action.
Now, on top of resurfacing our roads, TDOT says they also plan on combating all of the litter on our state roads. The governor and legislature appropriated an additional $4 million to TDOT for this. TDOT also says most of the work is being done at night to reduce the impact on traffic. They added that this program is in addition to the regularly scheduled resurfacing projects and maintenance of patching potholes already happening across the state, Marius.